I'm Marius, a 28-year-old marketing professional building a Pokemon business online in 2025. Today, I'm going to take you through a massive order from Japan that we had. It did take quite a few weeks to come in, but it's a super exciting one, just short 200 cards. And then also a really interesting one where I bought a collection from a guy. A couple of things went wrong. He then sent me a really cool product to apologise for it. So I'll run you through a bit of the collection that I bought and the product that he sent me, which is super sick. But if you are new to the channel, guys, make sure you do subscribe. Follow me on Whatnot, link is in the description, and enjoy the video. We've got quite a fun one here. I know we've had a series of risking money on Japanese cardboard videos, but I think this is sort of taking it to the whole next level in terms of the risk. So we've purchased the best part of 200 cards from Japan, which has taken its time to get here. And we're just going to basically have a look through it, see what they're saying, what the conditions are like, and then what I'm going to do with them. Because the vast majority of this will be for Whatnot. I do think that there is value in Japanese cardboard on Whatnot. These look pretty good, you know. So we've got a bunch of different stuff in here. A lot of 151, so these are like 151 full art Jinx, which are class. We've got a bunch. I thought I would have ordered 5. Why would I have only ordered 4? Maybe they'll be somewhere else. But we've got some Houndooms here, illustration rares or art rares. We've got some of the Brute Bonnets, which are the Kamiya artwork, I believe. 5 of those. We've got some of these Blitzels, I think they are. 5 of those. Again, I'm surprised there would only be 4 Houndours, sorry. I tend to order at least 5 of everything. 5 of the Metagrosses, which are a sick card. Now let me see what the condition's like on these. They all look pretty bloody mint, you know. They all look really good. Honestly, I wasn't sure what more of these Drampas or GPs or whatever they are. You'll have seen me buy. I've bought loads of these. I think they're just a really sick art and really undervalued. I wasn't sure what I was expecting condition-wise. I've had a couple of hit or misses now in recent orders, so to see a positive start is good. We've got 1 Clauncher here. I'm guessing the rest will be somewhere else. Got a few of these Heracrosses, which are really, really nice. Let's have a look. Hopefully that's on the sleeve. Maybe just a bit of dirt or something. Yeah, that'll wipe off. These are looking pretty good, you know. Nice. I'll go through them all in detail off camera just to make sure there's no like obvious bits of damage. Some 151 Mr. Mimes. Again, I just think 151 at the price point I was paying was far too undervalued. The price of 151 packs has shot up. Some of the Ommanites. And some Wigglytuff. I want to say that's Wigglytuff. Super nice cards. These, I actually graded quite a few of these in the past, and the return on them wasn't the best. I want to say that, because I opened quite a lot of Japanese 151 when I was getting back into it sort of last summer, and the cards themselves were the hits from the box. I never actually managed to pull an SAR from a Japanese 151 box. I only ever got the full arts. And I even like the full art Mew. When it graded a 10, and I think it only sold for like 30 quid and 10. Probably sell for more now, the market's obviously gone up, but I didn't do the best out of them. Some of these, I think these are called like Iron Jungulus, something like that. I'm not actually sure what that guy's called, but quite cool artwork. Anyway, I just thought a bit of variety. You can really see what I'm doing here. It's trying to get a couple to grade, trying to get a couple to sell and whatnot, but making sure that I've got variety here. I think it's called Timber. Some more of the Horsies. This is a really nice card. I think it's been doing some bits both in English and Japanese. I want to say it's roughly a £5. Ledians here. Again, really nice card. I submitted a couple of these in my last submission. We've got some of those Executes, which I think are really good. I've ordered a bunch more of those. Oh, big one here, the Lapras. Again, card that's absolutely doing bits in English. I would love to grade a couple of these. Would love to keep one of them, ideally. They all look really good. There's maybe a bit of whitening on the top of that one. But again, I'll go through them. I think this is Dondozo, is it called? Something like that. Cool anyway, something different. We've got some Fletch Inders here. We've got some 151 Zapdoses, which are really nice. Full art, again, hit from the box. Got some of these Pidgeys. Now, these are actually quite stonky. I think raw, they're maybe about 10 quid. Not a cheap card at all. Obviously, really cool artwork. So far, this seller looks to have done a better job with packaging, which I do appreciate. Sort of wrapped up pretty tight so they can't move about. He's wrapped each individual like parcel in bubble wrap, and then he's put it in a bubble mailer. These actually were held for ages in customs. Like, I've realised that if something has to go through parcel force, that they're just rubbish. I think they had the cards for over a week before they even sent me the letter about the customs. We've got some of the new Lycanrocs from... Oh, what's the set called? Is it Battle Partners? I think it's Battle Partners. But again, just something new, a bit different. I actually have no idea what this guy's called, but it was very cheap. He was like 2 quid a card, maybe less. So we've got some of those plants. Big one here, we've got some Iono's Kilowattrels. We've got 5 of these. I think these were fairly pricey. I want to say they were maybe like 10 quid each raw before import. So you're talking, what, probably about 12 quid a card. So definitely one of the more expensive cards out of the lot. Hoping to get a couple of those graded. A couple of these, I don't even know what you call them, ferrets maybe. Nice to have those again from the new set. Some Hops Wooloos, which is also from the new set. Pretty cool artwork. Hopefully get a couple of those graded too. Let me see. And again, I will be selling the vast majority of these and whatnot. There's one of the other GPs or Drampas or whatever it's called. I specifically bought these for whatnot, and I'll just take a couple out that I want to grade. I'm not going to grade them all, but these are all looking very, very minty. We've got some Lickitungs here. Quite a punchy one as well, the Hisuian Growlithe. I know this art is definitely a fan favourite. I can't remember what I paid on it, but they're all looking pretty good. You know, I actually think these cards are all mint, which is obviously excellent. Some Fractures or Bractures, I can't remember what it's called exactly, but really nice. I bet a couple of those as well. Some Feebasses, again, these guys have been going up. Really nice artwork. This was from Surging Sparks. Got a few of those. We've got some Kecleons on the go. I think this is quite an underrated one. It probably wasn't too expensive, but I reckon that will go up over time. And then we're on to the last package now. Let me just get this one open. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed so far. I mean, like I said, I'm going to go through these all off camera with harsh lighting and stuff like that, just to make sure that if I do sell any and whatnot, that people are aware if there's any defects or anything like that. But so far, the packaging looks pretty good. Everything's sleeved. We've got more Executes here. A couple of these Vivillons. Probably, I maybe will grade one of these. I'm not really too fond of them personally, but I just thought something different for the streams. Got some more of these fan peas, which are really cool. I've sent a few of these off. Some Milotic Full Arts. I think these were just too cheap. I can't remember what they were, but they were relatively cheap considering how sick they are as an art. Again, I don't know if I'm going to grade any of these Full Arts or too many of these Full Arts because I don't see the return on them. Got a couple of SARs, whatever they're called. These are the Magneton version. I don't actually know, but there was only a couple left in stock, so I just bought them. Some Swinubs, just because, why not? Decent art. I think it was also relatively cheap. And then the last bundle is going to be... What have we got? I think there's still a couple of cool cards. Oh, yeah. So we've got the Enzorua from the new set as well. These are the ETB promos that we get in English. But pretty cool card, obviously in Japanese. I don't know how that's going to do now that it's the ETB promo. We get some of the Mamoswines, which are really nice. Absolutely love this artwork. I think it's super sick, full art, really, really cool. Big one here, we've got some full art Salamances. Again, I just thought these were far too undervalued for what they were. I think they were like, I don't actually know what I paid for them, maybe about £5 each and then import fees, so probably like £6 each or something. But I just thought full art Salamence with that pink, far too undervalued. A really cool one here, we got some Dittos, which is the one that we get in Crown Zenith, so I'm guessing this is from V-Star Universe maybe. I actually don't know the sets off by heart, but again, it's just one that I've done pretty well with in English. I just think it's a super sick artwork. And then last but not least, the rest of the Claunchers. Right, I've got an incredibly random segment for you. So I bought a collection off a guy recently, and it turned up, and basically there was a lot of the cards were missing, which is all these cards, which he has sent now. But when I told him that he hadn't sent them all originally, he was incredibly defensive, basically said that I was trying to scam him out of money and all this kind of stuff. And I said, look, I'm being honest, cards aren't there. And eventually, after a bit of back and forth, he did admit that he'd found them in the house and he hadn't sent them. So he sent me them out. But he did say, he was like, look, I'm really sorry about the way this has all gone. Can I send you something to make up for it? And I was like, yeah, sure. We obviously really appreciate that. Because it probably did take me about a couple of hours to go through every single card to make sure they weren't there. So he sent me out this, which is the context as to why I have a slightly beaten up XY trainer kit, Pikachu, Libre and Suicune. It's a product I've never seen before. Now I am going to open it, which might hurt some seal collectors, but the box isn't mint, as you can see. It's, if anything, it's quite scuffed up. Now, I don't really want to open it on the Pikachu side. The reason I'm going to open it is twofold. Firstly, from a value perspective, I looked it up and it actually does have some value. It's probably worth about, I don't know, £30-35 maybe, which is not bad. I mean, I appreciate the gift. It definitely makes up for the way that things went. But secondly, whilst the sealed product in that condition seems to be worth £30 or £35, the Pikachu card alone, the holo version, which is this, seems to be worth £30 on its own. And then the non-holo version, which you do get in the deck as well, seems to be worth about £15. So it actually makes more sense to open it in the first place. But I am actually really interested in trying to grade, ideally, the Pikachu non-holo and holo, and the Suicune non-holo and holo. Because A, I actually really like Suicune, but B, it would be just quite a cool story if you could get a nice grade on these after what had happened. And it's just quite a unique product. Like, you're not going to see this very often. As far as I'm aware, these cards are exclusive to this product, so you're not going to get this Suicune anywhere else. Immediately looking at it, centering looks pretty good, maybe slightly off center. I mean, that looks pretty good, you know. Maybe the slightest bit of whitening. Let me find these sleeves. That's the Suicune hole. If the Pikachu is in that condition as well, I'll be very happy. So we'll put that down. Let me look through this deck. Again, these cards are quite old. This, as you can see down here, they're numbered out 30. I don't know, you'll need to let me know in the comments if any of these other artworks are exclusive or not. Funky Energies. I don't think they are, but I honestly, I don't know. That's the other Suicune. It would be cool if we could get like a sequential set. Like Suicune non-holo, then holo. And then Pikachu non-holo and holo. Oh, sick Eevee. We'll pull that one out. I'll maybe auction that on Whatnot. It's quite cool. Somebody might appreciate that. Let's have a look at the non-holo. Looks pretty good, you know. It's definitely off-center left to right, but just purely for the story of how this came about, I think I'll definitely grade those, and I'll grade them like that, and we'll see how that does. And then the bigger hitter out of the two is the Pikachu Libre, which is really cool, and I'd never heard of this card before. Now let's see, what's the centering? Centering looks pretty good. It's definitely off top to bottom. I don't think this would 10, you know, it's probably 9 based on centering alone. Other than that, it looks pretty decent. Really cool card. I'm 99% sure I'll grade it regardless, like I said, purely for the story. Glameow, Electivire, I like the Buzz. There's the non-holo. Have we got another Eevee? Nope. But we do have another Electivire. Very cool. Put that to one side. Let's have a look at the non-holo. This guy's definitely off left to right, top to bottom. Yeah, he's not going to 10. But cool story nonetheless. So I think we will grade these. And then I'll do a follow-up video when these come back, just to show you what they did do in terms of grading. But you'll see these probably in the next grading submission video. We'll grade them like this, regardless. And then it's probably just quite a cool one for me to keep in the PC for who knows how long. But I guess I may as well show you some of the cards that were missed out. And obviously, they're not all small cards. We've got a couple of Celebrations cards here. A Radiant Alakazam, which is super cool. Galarian Gallery, Crown Zenith Duskull, Trainer Gallery Abomasnow. I've no idea what that Growlithe is. I'll need to do a bit of research. Mew V, Phalanx, Trainer Gallery, Dragonite V from Pokemon Go, Celebrations, Rocket Zapdos, Weirdeer from Trainer Gallery, Eternatus from Trainer Gallery, the what's this, Vivid Voltage. Oh, what were these called again? I can't actually remember, but they're really cool. I really like that Rayquaza. I'll need to look. I might grade that potentially. Celebrations, Xerneas, Radiant Jirachi, Radiant Blastoise from Pokemon Go, a couple of Radiant Charizards which have been shooting up recently. Very nice to have. The Mewtwo V, which I think is the promo from Pokemon Go. Regular Mewtwo V, the alt art from Pokemon Go. Mewtwo EX, it's a promo card. Mewtwo EX from Celebrations. Another Mewtwo V, Pokemon Go Charizard, Pokemon Go Blastoise, Pikachu V promo, and then the Pokemon Go Venusaur.